OK, you've chosen to phone a friend. Now let's call them up. But just remember, you don't have to take their advice.
Lisa speaking.
Hi Lisa, it's Chris Tarrant from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Hiya.
Right, we're into some really serious money now. Your friend is completely stuck. Hopefully you can get them through it. It's worth, no pressure, £64,000.
Oh, I'll be useless, but I'll give it a go.
Now, are you ready for this? Here's the question and 4 possible answers, one of which is the right answer.
Let me see. Cuprious sounds a bit like copper, so I'll say copper is the right answer, but I'm not sure on this one.
Thank you very much for your time. Wow, now, Lisa liked answer A, but remember that doesn't mean necessarily it's the right answer. You don't have to play this if you don't want to. Is that your final answer? You had £32,000 in your hand. Not anymore. You've now got £64,000. Now you're getting into really serious money territory. The next question is worth £125,000 and you are just 4 away from $1 million. Take your time. You don't have to play it, but here it comes. What made its maiden flight on April the 12th, 1981? US Space Shuttle, Saturn V rocket, Concorde, Mir Space Station. So you think it's A? Oh, you could have walked away with £64,000. It was in your hand. But you were right not to. You've just won £125,000. Now, you don't have to play this next question. It's entirely up to you. You've got £125,000 at this moment. But if you can give me the right answer, it's worth £250,000. Take your time. You've got £125,000 at this moment, but it's worth £250,000. Here it comes. The hustings occur before which event? A-levels, general election, grand national, coronation. So you're saying B. You had £125,000 in your hand. You didn't have to play that last question. You could have walked away. You did play it. You've no longer got £125,000. You've now got £250,000. Right, at this point you are just 2 questions away from £1 million. If you do give me a correct answer to the next question, you win £500,000. But if you give me a wrong answer, you lose £218,000. It's question number 14 of 15. Take as much time as you need. Have a good look at it. Good luck. What specifically is a mezzanine in a building? In-between floor, basement store, escalator access, lift shaft. So you think it's A? You had £250,000. You could have walked away. You decided to play. If you're wrong, you lose £218,000 of that money. You're not wrong. You've just won £500,000. Well, you're doing brilliantly. Fantastic. £500,000. Now, there's a cheque waiting here with your name on it for £500,000. But we don't want to give you that. We'd love to give you the next one, the big one. You are just one right answer away from £1 million. Now, have a look at it. At this moment, you can leave here quite happily with £500,000. But the next question, the final question, is worth £1 million. This is it. On what date is Anzac Day? January the 25th, February the 25th, March the 25th, April the 25th. You're going for D. Oh, you have been so brave going for all 15 questions, but I'm afraid it's correct answers that count. And that answer is correct. You've done it. You have won £1 million. Congratulations. £1 million. 15 correct answers. Brilliant. Okie dokie, here we go again with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?